Hello, my name is Dane, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make candy cane Play-Doh. So before we get started, I'd like to go over our kit. So this week's pretty easy. It's just going to be this bag, and all the ingredients are pre-mixed in the bag. The only thing is that you will have to provide your own red food coloring to achieve that red color of the candy cane. The first thing you're going to want to do is grab a teapot or kettle and bring 2 cups of water to a boil. After that, we're going to take our mix and we're going to put it in a bucket of your choice. And then once our water is done boiling, we're going to take it off the stove and measure out 1.5 cups. Make sure you use a glass measuring cup, as plastic may melt due to the boiling water. When you go to transfer your water, make sure you use oven mitts, as it will be very hot. We are then going to take our water and pour it directly into our mix. Once again, be careful, it is very hot. Now we're going to go ahead and grab a wooden spoon and we're going to start mixing the water into the dough. Now this will also give it time to cool down. After about 5 minutes and your dough is cool enough to be held in your hand, we are going to start kneading the dough. Kneading, as I show in this video, is essentially folding it into itself repeatedly until you get the consistency you want. So once we've achieved the consistency we want, we're going to cut our dough in half. Now, try to make these as equal as possible, but there's no exact measurement, so don't worry too much. For this next part, I'd recommend grabbing some gloves. So we are going to be putting our food dye into our dough. So what you're going to want to do is make a small hole in the middle of your dough with your thumbs and put the drops in the middle. After that, we're going to start mixing it with our hands. This is why you need gloves. The concentrated red food coloring has a tendency to dye your hands. So if you're looking for that dark red in your candy cane, then you're going to want to add more red. The more drops you add, the more that red's going to pop. At this point, I'd recommend adding a few drops of essential oils, particularly peppermint, to give it that festive smell. So now that we've got the colors we want, we're going to start rolling out our dough. We're going to try to get our dough as long and as cylindrical as possible, and try to make them also as even as possible. And then, as I mentioned before, we're going to do the exact same thing with the red. And the last thing we're going to do is take our doughs, put them next to each other, and then slowly start twisting it from the bottom. Now we're going to finish off with a small curl at the top, and you're all done.